A fire broke out at the Joe Slovo informal settlement Langa last night and left more than 1,200 people homeless. Jerome Carelse is the City of Cape Town Fire and Rescue spokesperson. He joins me now. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Just describe to us, what do we know that happened there?
Good evening to you and your viewers. Yes, this emergency call was received just before 6 yesterday evening, and the first arriving officer from Epping Fire Station immediately saw the intents of the fire, and obviously the density of how the structures are laid out in that Joe Slovo informal settlement, and he immediately called upon more resources. So in the end, we had almost 17 firefighting appliances and about 70 staff members battling that blaze. And the fire was actually brought under control and extinguished just before midnight.
Mm-hmm. Do we understand yet what caused that fire, and what's the impact been on people living there?
Well, the cause of the fire has not yet been determined. I do believe that there are a number of people that have been left displaced. The City of Cape Town are assisting with various other agencies.
Mm-hmm. Just talk to me about how the personnel who were responding that were received by the community. There's reports that there may have been a scuffle or they were prevented from coming in.
Yes, I have first-hand information of one of the officers that actually spoke to me. There's certain criminal elements within the community itself that actually slashed some of the fire hoses, and that's the equipment that obviously that transports the water from the fire pump up to the nozzle or the jet in front where the water comes out. And some of that hoses was slashed. They actually used spades, and this actually prevented us from executing our work. Mm-hmm. I don't know why this was done, because that only just increases the risk or the severity of the fire, so that other structures would eventually get involved in the fire as well.
Okay, so was that the only fire that was taking place in Cape Town last night?
No, we've got many different kind of fires, from vegetation to miscellaneous fires, factory fires. But if you're referring specifically to Langa itself, we had 3 fires. We had one early morning in Langa itself, actually in the same vicinity as the Joe Slovo informal settlement. A point of interest would be Quinebe Street and Winnie Mandela Avenue, where several structures were also destroyed, and one person, an adult male, I believe, that sustained fatal burn wounds. And later in the morning, just after 11, in Zone 27, I think approximately 15 informal structures were destroyed as well. But the only fatality was the early morning fire, but no fatalities or any injuries were reported in both the fire just after 11 and the one just before 6 the evening.
Okay, we know that as a result of those fires, there are a certain number of people displaced. Do you have insight into where they are and how that situation is being managed?
That situation or relief has been steered or led by disaster risk management. They've got a spokesperson that can speak about that, but I do believe maybe town halls or certain areas would have been made available for those residents.
Okay, Jerome Carelse, City of Cape Town Fire and Rescue spokesperson, joining us there to just give us some insight into those fires that took place in Langa in the Western Cape yesterday.